Yeah.
What's going on today, everyone? This is Aztecross. Look, I want to start something every week. Let's talk. It's one of those things that I feel like needs to happen. Because here's the thing, man. Destiny has got to change. It's got to add some features. It's got to do away with some things. And it's got to go the extra mile in order to keep players such as myself and you in this game. Now, these are some of the things that's already been ranted about. Things that have been shown video proof over and over again, and yet it has not been addressed. So here is a handful of things we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about lag, which is a huge issue here in Destiny. You know, I don't rant a lot about lag. I've ranted in the past before, but the last time I put a rant video about lag was a year ago. And has it been addressed? No, it has not. Now, whenever I can jump into a clash match and 3 or 4 people on the opposing team are lagging to the point that I can't get a shot off on them, okay? And lagging to the point that I played 2 trial runs back to back yesterday, go flawless, and the only time I ever lost was because someone on the opposing team was lagging. It has not been addressed. Number 2 point we're going to talk about is skill-based matchmaking, man. Skill-based matchmaking, connection-based matchmaking. Should they do away with skill-based matchmaking? And you know, I get it. There's some people out there that really like skill-based matchmaking. But until connection-based match, or until in some form or another there is some way to alienate those with bad connections, I don't really want there to be any other system other than connection-based matchmaking. I don't. And that's the way it should be until Bungie provides a way for us to get match made with people that won't be in an incredible lag fest. So here's the thing, man. You know, I put out a video a long time ago and I said, should players be penalized for leaving a match early? You know, in other games such as League of Legends, you leave a match early, you get penalized for that. You might have a 15 to 20 minute timeout period, whatever. And should that happen in Destiny? Quick answer, yes, in a perfect world, but only under one circumstance. Okay, if the other team and nobody else, you're on dedicated servers and no one is lagging and you happen to leave, I don't think there should be just an automatic timeout period. I don't think that's when it should go into effect. But I think at some point there should be a timeout. If you leave in game in, game out, you just automatically jump ship. Then there might be a timeout period. But I can't expect you to stay in a game if the entire other team is lagging. I finished out a clash match, and that's what you're seeing right here in front of you is a clash match against some players, and 4 of them are red barring horribly. And everyone on my team except for 2 of the guys left. And one of them just stayed AFK in the back. And then he eventually left. So what I'm saying is this system that Bungie has proposed, it's just rolling over into more and more. Because look, this is the other side of things. You've got people lagging all the time on the team. You're not going to stay and play that match. You're not going to play it out. Why? Because who wants to go through that shit? You're going to enjoy your Crucible time and playing against players that are either have bad connection or just straight up cheating. Why would you put yourself through that? I don't blame you. So you're going to cut out, okay? But then there's the player that comes in. The player that comes in halfway through the match is met with super after super. That's met with heavy after heavy. And that's what that match consists of. That is what has happened here with this thing. Now, skill-based matchmaking has also made this a big issue. You know, you get matched in with people that are really, really good. You know, that's become an issue. And I don't know necessarily if skill-based matchmaking is the answer to all things. Granted, I get it. There should be some way everyone should be bracketed out to the point that you don't get matched up with people that are extremely low level or extremely low skill than you. But the same token, until there's dedicated servers or until there is a way or a method in which Bungie can completely eliminate lag and issues with lag and lag switching here in Destiny, until they actually start addressing those issues, I don't want to see anything other than connection-based matchmaking. Because why should I get match made with someone who's on the same skill level with me who is also lagging? That's not right. And it's not right to see players that are also with me that are randoms get stomped on like that. They're not enjoying their Crucible experience. Players are not enjoying their Crucible experience right now because of these 2 elements, these 2 things. You've got lag that is an issue that has not been resolved, and you've got skill-based matchmaking that is too fucking strict when it should be connection-based matchmaking, when that should be the thing that is precedent over all other things. And, you know, the question remains is, well, why hasn't this been fixed? What is the deal with dedicated servers? Why hasn't Bungie jumped up, or Activision? Why hasn't these people come up? I don't know the answer. You know, I read the same stuff you read. I don't really know the answer. You know, when Blizzard with Overwatch can come in and front that and do the same thing and, you know, get dedicated servers. You know, I play Overwatch. I don't have a single issue. But when I play Destiny, I run into issues. I run into issues a lot. And I don't understand when Bungie will put out update after update, tune-up after tune-up, everything in the world. But you mentioned one thing about lag, man, and they just do a side swipe with it. You don't hear anything else from them. You know, you don't get any answer from them, no feedback from it. Skill-based matchmaking, they don't say anything else about it. They just go on with their day. But they can nerf the shit out of a hunter now. Believe me. And they can go through stats and see if the KDs on one class is higher than the next, or if that weapon type is too powerful. They'll do that shit. But the biggest issue, before any doctrine of passing was an issue, okay, before gunslinger throwing knives was an issue to me, alright, the biggest issue was this lag. This lag that has not been addressed even now. I put a video out last year, a rant video, not because I just felt like putting a rant video out, but because I felt so strongly that we made it to 8-0 and in Trials of Osiris, and I had a friend that never been flawless before, and we get beat because some guy on the other team lags. He's lag switching. That's what I'm talking about. That was a year ago, and it's still an issue that is not fixed. So many games I have seen, so many trial games I have seen because of players that are good players getting beat by players that lag, that cheat. And it is an issue that has not been addressed by Bungie. And you know, Bungie, if you keep doing this, man, people are going to lose faith in you. I'm just letting you know. There's a lot of good fucking games out there. Believe me, I love Destiny. But if it keeps continuing down this trend, you're going to lose players. Okay? You're already losing players. People are already jumping ship to other games because they're tired of dealing with the bullshit in Crucible. So keep going down the road that you're going. Keep doing what you're doing. And see what plans out. See what plays out for you. Okay? You know, this is not the quality developer that I knew as a kid, all right? So please, if there's any way that you can address this issue, address the fucking issue, man. There's always a way. Just do it. And as far as skill-based matchmaking system goes, I am completely fine with skill-based matchmaking as long as the lag gets fixed. If the lag gets fixed, I will fight players every single day that are of equivalent experience or equivalent skill as me, or even higher. But I would not fight them on the terms of them lagging. That is bullshit. Alright, guys. I'll catch y'all later.
Slap that like button like your mama told you right.